Alright, audio is coming nice and sweet. We're waiting for video on YouTube first. Let's wait for everything is working fine. Let's confirm that. And make sure. Okay, we had video on YouTube confirmed. Let's see Rumble. See that Rumble is working. Rumble is working as well. Nice. And finally, last but not least, X or Twitter. We are live. It's confirmed. So we are here. Hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and welcome to another live stream that we will be talking about what is going on with U.S. politics right now. There's going to be the focus on this topic. We're going to be talking about Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom. Some topics that are a bit out of that realm. Pagers exploding. I'm going to mention that as well. And yes, how to protect the vote, which is one of the most important topics, most pressing topics in the upcoming elections in November 5th. You have to protect the vote while you are already arriving here. Let's see. I don't know why I don't see your comments and reactions. Let's see why your comments and reactions are not going through. Oh, this is yes. Newsom is banning memes. Okay, let me look for the news. You know that he was angry. He was angry for an ad that Elon Musk shared on X about Kamala Harris. It was obviously a deep fake. I'm gonna look for that ad right now. We could start with that one. I don't know why I'm not seeing your comments here. All right. Already activated. I'm seeing your comments right now, so I can highlight them. Where are you watching from? Hey, many faces from X. Let me see. Let's see for that tweet from Elon. But meanwhile, you can see it for yourself. It is here. Governor Newsom signs bills to combat deepfake election content. We'll talking about that. We will be talking about this. We will be talking about pager memes as well. We will be talking about this video of Kamala Harris giving a hand to their interview with the National Association of Black Journalists, and that handshake says a lot about Kamala Harris' personality and character. We'll also be looking at this. Many topics in this live stream. This live stream is going to be packed with information. A clip of like 1.5 minutes when we see the truth of what was going at the border thanks to the Biden-Harris administration. A lot of shenanigans. You are not going, if you are in the United States, you are not going to like this. Maybe you're going to like the live stream, but I'm sure you're not going to like whatever we're going to find out here. And there's an image that I wanted to make sure that I have ready as well. Sadly, this image that is going to be a bit triggering for some of you. I understand. I come from Venezuela. We literally invented and perfected how to steal elections. That is a fact. We were the pioneers, and not myself, of course, but I say we in the sense that our government has been doing that for 20 years. So it's like we did it before anybody else. No, 2020 was not the first time. But again, let's begin. Where do we begin? Let's begin with the Governor Newsom. First of all, you got nice sound and everything. Some of you, almost 500 Body language buddies. We are live right now through YouTube, X, and Rumble. Whatever happens, you know that if YouTube, somehow fails, that you can find me on Rumble or X at the same time. Governor Newsom signs bills to combat deepfake election content. Deepfake election. Let me go find that Elon Musk tweet so we can watch that video. What's that? What was the Kamala ad? There's so much going on right now. There it is. There you go. Elon Musk tweeted this, and I'm gonna bring here to my marvelous. We have all this. I'm gonna play this. Here comes the sound.
I, Kamala Harris, and your Democrat candidate for president, because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color.
This I have to pause because you know that I don't know what kind of copyright I could be triggered. So we could be in chunks of 15 seconds or 20 seconds, but you can already notice that. Well, maybe you cannot notice that this is an AI Kamala Harris voice that is so well done and is so well made that, well, you're listening for it.
So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant.
I had to watch it. I don't know if this was like one. Was yesterday? I think it was. No, this was back in July 26th. I knew that I have seen this, but Elon tweeted this yesterday and it just went massively viral and ad parody. And then that's why Gavin Newsom signed this bill saying that, oh no, you cannot do that. You cannot, this is misinformation. I mean, I always thought that it's very sad that people cannot tell the difference between a real thing and a not real thing. It's like people are so dumb nowadays that they say, oh, is that real? Is that not real? You need just a bit of critical thinking to understand that sometimes something is satire or parody. Although, to be fair, you know that there's this internet, we have the Poe's law, and Poe's law says that there will come a time in which satire will be virtually indistinguishable from the real thing, from reality. That the world's gonna be so crazy in so many times, in so many ways, that you will not be able to distinguish what is real and what is not. I'm gonna show you this. Now we're talking about Gavin Newsom. Let's make fun of the guy. I don't care. Let's go all the way with this. Make sure that you can hear this. And okay, there you are, Gavin. There you are. Time to shine. Okay, unmute.
Good evening, California. I come to you tonight to impart a few words of wisdom upon you. First, not all pee-pee times are poo-poo times, but all poo-poo times are pee.
Oh, it was cut. What it was cut? I don't know. It has technical details here. Let me see. Oh, why? This is the kind of things that happen in live streams. Let me fix this real quick. There he goes again. Gavin, time to shine. I don't have all the subtitles. Let me do the subtitles right now. Just listen to him. See if I can. Okay, pump up the volume. There you go. Time to shine, Kevin.
Good evening, California. I come to you tonight to impart a few words of wisdom upon you. First, not all pee-pee times are poo-poo times, but all poo-poo times are pee-pee times. Second, anything can be a dildo if you try hard enough. And lastly, the poop map is real and it's spectacular.
The poop map is real and it's spectacular. This is the thing. This is kind of things that, yeah, he must be really upset about this. He must be really upset about this, but what can we do? This is what the internet was created for. This is what the internet was created for. This is free speech. This is the First Amendment in all its glory. The First Amendment, oh yeah, the Second Amendment is the one that defends the First Amendment. Let's talk about something that is quite delicate. And this is the other thing that I was talking about. When we talk about incompetence, you know that there's also this heuristic when you talk about Hanlon's razor. This is Occam's razor, in which the easiest solution or the most simple solution is usually the correct, or the easiest option or solution is usually the correct one. But in Hanlon's razor, you should not mistake malice or you should not mistake stupidity for malice or vice versa. Sometimes, these people are malevolent, but no, that is simply stupid or incompetent. Now, I would like to know what is your take about the fact that the Biden-Harris administration did what you're about to hear right here.
In San Diego, we had an exponential increase in significant interest aliens. These are aliens with significant ties to terrorism. Prior to this administration, the San Diego sector averaged 10 to 15 SIA arrests per year. Once word was out the border was far easier to cross, San Diego went to over 100 SIAs in 2022, well over that in 2023, and even more than that registered this year. These are only the ones we caught. At the time, I was told I could not release any information on this increase in SIAs or mention any of the arrests. The administration was trying to convince the public there was no threat at the border. Fentanyl is another issue. The San Diego area sees between 80 and 90% of the methamphetamine and fentanyl seizures annually for our entire country. With little enforcement at the border, these drugs were coming through en masse. During my last year in San Diego, the price for a single pill of fentanyl, for example, went from $10 to 25 cents. To make matters worse, during 2022 and 23, I had to shut down San Diego traffic checkpoints, which are critical for drug interdiction, because the resources had been diverted to the process and release mission. The large numbers also had and still have a negative impact on the San Diego community. I had to release illegal aliens by the hundreds each day into communities who could not support them.
You hear that? You hear that? I had to release. Well, I'm going to repeat that because it's just shocking.
I had to release illegal aliens by the hundreds each day into communities who could not support them. To quiet the problem, 2 flights a week were provided from San Diego to Texas. These flights simply brought aliens that would have been released in San Diego over to Texas. Each flight cost approximately $150,000. This was the administration's way to try and quiet the border-wide crisis.
I mean, this is the kind of things that I tell you. That I try to be patient, in the sense that, Jesus, but why are you so invested in that? Why are you not talking about the body language as much? I talk about manipulation. I talk about how people are manipulated into believing things and brainwashed. And you did not hear. Okay, you didn't have audio, right? You did not have audio of that. Okay, my mistake. I'm trying to keep an eye on your comments. I'm sorry. This is the kind of things again. Sorry. I'm going to put that again. Now you're listening. Okay.
The administration was trying to convince the public there was no threat at the border. Fentanyl is another.
Okay. This is the thing that I try to tell you. There are so many ways to manipulate the public opinion and to repeat something so many times over and over again in which you have some kind of perception of what is going on, like everything is going fine. No, whatever you are seeing in the bills that you're trying to pay, that is not happening. The bills are not getting harder to pay. No, it's your imagination. The economy is thriving. I mean, the economy is great, not thriving. The economy is great. Maybe some products are a bit more expensive, but we are going to deal with that when Kamala Harris becomes president. How does that work? And when you ask Kamala Harris that question directly, she begins answering, I was born into a middle-class family, and she never answers the question. And now you have these revelations that there's actually a crisis that they are trying to deny by every means possible that it's not happening, and people are living it themselves. This is not like something that you have to believe or not, that you're watching on the TV. No, this is something that communities are living it themselves. They are living through it, and they're sharing that with their families. And maybe some family members are absolutely invested in voting for Kamala Harris, because I understand how that works. That happened in Venezuela with Hugo Chavez, people that were absolutely blinded by that, blinded in any way. And you just could not reason with them. You can show them these videos, and they begin insulting you, or they begin to point into the direction of Donald Trump, like he's to blame for this because, well, Kamala already said that. The Biden-Harris administration inherited whatever mistakes Donald Trump did, according to them, and they have spent the past almost 4 years now fixing whatever Donald Trump did. And, Kamala is the one who is gonna do things great after she was the border czar, after we have repeated this so many times, after they repeat lies so many times. And it's something that I have to mention over and over again, because so many people still don't believe that. And I get all the insults. Oh, why you admire Elon Musk? Why are you defending Donald Trump? Why are you attacking Kamala? You might have noticed in my videos that I've tried to be as fair as possible and only show you, that I like to make memes. I like to make AI memes and play with them. Have I made any AI meme about the US election? No, because we can laugh in some ways. There's enough levity that has been happening, especially with the dogs and cats and all the music that has been created about the topic. But this is an urgent matter that needs to be exposed in so many ways. And even there are people that are not going to change the decision. They already made their decision of voting for Kamala Harris. This needs to be exposed, because I believe that even if someone has already made their decision, they are living through reality. Maybe they see someone with a MAGA hat and I'm not going to listen to you. I am not going to listen to you. They carry a Trump t-shirt. I am not listening to you. You're a MAGA country, whatever. They begin to insult and stuff. But if they see what illegal immigration is doing to their actual life, if they see that things are actually more expensive, and they have a notion that it doesn't, maybe it's not price gouging, because it has to do with the energy sector, and it has to do with many other things, and maybe they are involved in the energy sector or have a family member who's telling them what's going on, maybe there is a chance that they realize, hey, wait a minute. The Democrats are lying about this point. Why are they lying about that? If everything is going so well with the Biden-Harris administration, if Joe Biden has been the best president in the history of the United States, why the lie? There's no need. If they are lying, there must be a reason. So that dissonance, it is not that we are making up things. It is not that I am creating a narrative. I am just presenting the facts in the terms of what people, the videos that we are seeing, and how we're seeing it. And we are going to see a video right now. Not going to bother you with my rambling. There's too much rambling. We're going to be... This is the body language guy. We need to talk about body language as well here. And I want you to watch this interesting video. But before, I need to show you the background of this. This was posted by Vernon Jones. And Vernon says, I keep telling y'all about Kamala. Now look for yourselves. Kamala, at the end of her interview with the National Association of Black Journalists, she couldn't get out of there fast enough. Kamala left frowning. She's a mean woman. I swear they were limited in their scope of questions. This is the problem. She's been let off the hook so much, you can't ask her substantive questions. And look at the journalists' faces at the end. We're going to see it right now, right here. This is her handshake. This is her shaking hands, saying goodbye. You're going to see it for yourself. Here we are. You're seeing. I think we don't need audio this time. You're going to see it frame by frame. She is greeting. She is walking in this direction, like in my direction. She's walking and she realizes that she has to say goodbye to the journalists. Okay? Notice how she looks to them. Okay? And she doubts for just a split second, as in, oh yeah, right, I have to greet you. And you see that in many ways, I would say in all ways, they are not smiling. They are not smiling. Maybe they are not happy with the results. They were not. They were not satisfied with Kamala's answers, and I'm sure that Kamala was not satisfied with the questions that were so triggering. And we don't know how many times she had to say that she was born into a middle-class family. And then she, notice the way that she offers her hand. Like she hasn't moved. This is something that you need to notice. She is here, and they are here, and they don't look like they are going to move. I think that she was expecting them to go to her. No, they have all the attitude, all the body language. We are not moving. You have to come here, and you better come here because, well, we don't care if you're the BP. And then Kamala extends her hand, and it's after she extends her hand that she begins to walk, and she does the bare minimum. Look how she gives her hand. She does the bare minimum, extending her arm and hand as much as possible to shake the woman's hand, which, by the way, the woman tries to be friendly, okay, doing a double handshake. This is something, this is not, oh, that is a controlling handshake. No, that is not a controlling handshake. There are other types of actually controlling handshakes, but this is just a warm gesture, like touching the arm, the forearm with your other hand. There's another approach. If you are near the person, that is impossible in this case, but because Kamala was like in another time zone, you can touch the person's arm, a very light touch with your other hand. But notice that there was no obstacle between them, and even so, no, I'm not going near you. She barely shakes the hand, And I would say, with the quality of the video, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if Kamala like lets go of the hand. I'm gonna give her a pass in that one. Then goes for the other guy who has a huge hand. Look at that hand. Okay. At least she was establishing eye contact. That is nice. But I don't think she was smiling. Doesn't look like she was smiling. She's gonna read. He looked friendly. This guy's like 7 feet tall, something like that. They shake hands. There's a very strong shake. Of course, well, her hand gets lost in the guy's hand. It was a nice handshake. That one was nice. But notice what happens with the third one. The third one goes, and this is the kind of limp handshake that everybody hates. Nobody likes when they give you their hand like this. Like they don't fully engage their hand with yours. That's really uncomfortable. Even if the man was offering her hand in the most welcoming way, okay, notice that his palm was upwards, so it was welcoming. This is good faith. And Kamala's palm was downwards, like a more power gesture, more a power handshake. Like, well, that did not end well because it did not connect properly. It was like a combination between a power handshake and a limp handshake. I don't know if there is anything worse than that. So they shake hands. At least there's some kind of eye contact. You could say eye contact. And then she does this. Look at that gesture. I'm gonna play it frame by frame. You have to look at this. She releases the handshake and then does this. Like, okay, that's enough. Maybe I'm putting the words in the gesture. The gesture doesn't mean that, or it doesn't appear in some kind of dictionary with those words. But you're seeing it for yourself. The way she did it, even if she was greeting the audience, she put her hand up and was looking downwards and then away. Was a bit rude. No smiles, did not get near the journalists, and then immediately notice how her body hasn't turned fully to the exit, but her head is away. She's trying to hide her expression. She's trying to hide her expression from them. And then she just leaves. That's okay. At some point she has to leave, right? But it shouldn't be this. It's more like I've had enough. Yeah, you're right, Pichidana. It's more like I've had enough. You were right with that. See if there's any and look at their faces. How are they? I mean, what happened? What was that? Let me see. Let me play part because that is so, I would say funny, but no, it's quite embarrassing. They're like, do you think that she got mad because of the questions? Did we go that hard on her? No. Not at all. No, it's Kamala. She cannot stand any sort of questions. That's why she reacts like that. And keep an eye on your comments. Your comments are so funny. Oh my god. Yeah, what was that? dismissive of everyone. I agree. Quantum contact. She knows she bombed. Yeah, I'm sure that that was her assessment of what was going on at that moment. She knows that she bombed. And she has bombed in so many ways, and I have a couple more videos about here. But I'm going to do something. I don't have subtitles here, but I'm gonna generate these subtitles real quick because I want to show an ad of Donald Trump's camp, and it will be interesting if you watch this ad. It has a very loud noise, but I want to generate the subtitles so you don't have any trouble at home reading them. Make sure that I have everything that I need. Load preset, and nice, and we can watch this. Let's watch this, and you tell me. You know that there's something that we have been talking about when I made that live of the second assassination attempt on Donald Trump, that how they were still talking about a threat. And yesterday I made a video about those clips of Karine Jean-Pierre in which she acknowledges that Joe Biden has an eye on the threat of the threat that Donald Trump is for American democracy, and she is called out on that. And she has to backtrack, and she gets all nervous because she knows that she made that mistake. And well, this might be the reason why. This might be the reason why. I don't want to. Let me see. The volume. I'm gonna play it. Let's go.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either
What is this? How can you explain this? How can you explain this? I'm gonna look for that moment. That crazy face of Hillary. Oh my God. We were talking about in I did a live with the Roger Rogue channel a bit ago. We were talking about Diddy. You know that Diddy is like the Black Epstein, and I don't know. Maybe someone is gonna order a Hillary special on Diddy. Yeah, and sitting violence, Jenny, there's a thing, and they have this rhetoric, and at least it is already confirmed by Donald Trump himself that he's got presidential grade Secret Service protection at last. Like, well, what were they expecting? What were they waiting for? It is something that is concerning in many ways. And I'm going to, by the way, I want to, this clip, I'm going to talk about this clip. I cannot play the music because the music is copyrighted, but I want to talk about this clip to add some levity to this. And I call this the Miyagi clip for reasons, which is Donald Trump The camera goes back to him, and he does that thing that we men do. Like hey, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, you. I find this so funny. This is like Trump is meme material. The guy just knows how to become meme material. You know that one of the things that I saw a lot of times in these podcasts that he has offered, they say that Donald Trump is not funny at all. He doesn't laugh. And there's a big difference. There's a huge difference and between being funny and laughing all the time. You don't have, you know, that I realize that you have this deadpan humor that can work very well. I've used that many times. You know that I have used that on the Royal Road extensively. And the deadpan humor works very well. There's this movie, by the way. I haven't watched it because it's only in cinemas. I haven't gone to the cinema. It's in the United States. Am I Racist? By Matt Walsh and the Daily Wire. And there are all these reviews that say that, well, Matt Walsh can be actually, well, regardless of your opinion of him, I think Matt Walsh has solid takes and has not that solid takes as anybody else. But he can be really funny even with his deadpan approach. Okay, because it's like he sets people in situations that become funny and, well, ironic of whatever is happening right now with racism, not only in the United States, but worldwide. And I think this is more or less, I'm not saying that this is a competition of who is the funniest, but no, you don't have to laugh because Matt Walsh, I think I have never seen Matt Walsh laughing, or I think not even smiling. But in this case, Trump knows how to generate the content that creates the memes. You're doing so great. And he does the Miyagi thing at the end. What is the Miyagi thing? Let me see if I can say. I know that someone made the perfect comparison. Trump did. Was Puerto Rican. Let me see. Where are you, Puerto Rican? And show your. I was going to do this, but I was way too lazy to do it myself. I'm just going to wait for someone to do it, and Puerto Rican did it. My God, 351,000 views. It was the Miyagi thing. And the other thing that I wanted to show, I sadly cannot play. There was this thing that happened with Trump and the cats and the dogs, and you know that it became viral. If you must have been living under a rock if you have not heard to any of the mixes. But the absolute best mix, maybe not the absolute best mix. There are very good mixes out there that I cannot even play because they are already hits. People are listening to them in Spotify. People are listening to them in Apple Music and YouTube Music. But there is one I want to show you. I just tweet so many things, so much stuff. There's one that I wanted to show you. That this guy was self-declared socialist, a leftist, a socialist. He said, "Hey, I'm going to make this thing about Trump saying that dogs and cats are being eaten, and I'm gonna own Trump with this. I'm going to own this." This guy, where is it? I know I had. Oh, I'm getting nearer. I can. Maybe in the bookmarks, it's easier if I do this. Oh, sadly, it was taken down. But I wanted to. No, I'm going to. No, it was taken down in Twitter, in fact. But I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you with the bookmarks. Let's go for the bookmarks, and I can show you a couple things. Let me see. Where are my bookmarks? Where are my bookmarks? All bookmarks. Okay, I'm going to show you this. It was this one thing. It was totally awesome. It was this a socialist created this song, and it became Benny Johnson retweeted that. It was so awesome that all MAGA adopted the song because it was so cool. I cannot play because I know that the instant I play it here, it's gonna be taken down by copyright in YouTube. But it was so awesome, and this guy was just fuming because he said, "I am a socialist, not a conservative. I hate Trump," and he made an anthem that became viral, and everybody was saying, "Well, comrade, we have seized the memes of production. Your memes are now belong to us." And this was from I don't know what's the name of that guy. I'm going to just play.
Live there. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
It was so amazing. I know that I'm going to be trigger the copyright stuff with that. But it's like so many things, so many people. Yeah, I myself say that it's like Kamala Harris had this better development and delivery at the debate, and Trump was repeating the same two topics over and over again: the economy, immigration. He was asked about anything, about Ukraine, and he ended up talking about the economy or the immigration. I think that he knew what he was doing, because that's where all these memes came from. And they became viral, and in TikTok, they have been playing non-stop. I'm going to also play this. In terms of things going viral from Trump, is "Where Are You?" This was so funny. I don't know how I didn't play this when we were on our Royal Rogue live stream. But this was so funny to listen to and to watch. Okay, it's muted. Clip is muted.
We can do all of this and more, but patriotic New Yorkers must get your asses out to vote. Gotta get up. Gotta get up. Harry, get up, Harry. Harry, get your fat ass out of the couch. You're gonna vote for Trump today, Harry. Get up, Harry. Come on, let's go. Let's go, Harry.
Again, this is meme material. I'm sure that at some point someone is going to create a song with this, because you know that the magic right now is the things that we can create, the music that we can create, the memes, how they spread. Well, this is something that is very easy to make, very easy to spread at the same time. So again, let's. I told you that we were going to talk about this other topic. There are a couple topics that I want to talk about that are quite urgent. And the most urgent topic that I could think about is to protect the vote. I asked a question, a couple days ago, what is been doing to prevent this? And yesterday, the SAVE Act was taken down. The SAVE Act of that, let me see if I can ask Rock, describe. The SAVE Act was taken down, and we have, while Grok does its thing, Insurrection Barbie, here's Mark Elias telling you that Democrat-controlled counties will once again not let Republican observers watch as votes are counted in Detroit. That Georgia election officials will once again send home the press, and only after everyone leaves, they will pull out black duffel bags full of ballots. He is telling you that they will run this election however they want, and if 80 million American citizens dare to open their mouth and complain, Democrat lawyers will use their money, power, and influence to crush you. This is concerning. This is something that has to be fought. This is something, do not take my words out of context. You need to, as Trump said, fight, fight, fight. So the SAVE Act, that, by the way, I understand, it is my understanding that 14 Republicans signed for, or did not sign, or were responsible for taking that down. Wait a second. Okay. The SAVE Act, we have this, was proof of citizenship to vote. I mean, that makes sense, right? That makes sense that you should have a valid ID to vote. You need an ID for so many things. And also a verification process. The states are required to verify citizenship using federal databases. And states must establish processes for citizens who cannot immediately provide citizenship documents. And Democrats took that down with the help of 14 Republicans. Why? Why do they fear? It is the most absurd thing in the world. With so many illegal immigrants, with so many people living in the United States illegally, with people who are not registered, it is so many ways that the cheat can happen that I just cannot count. I don't know what to tell you, but this has to be protected at all costs. I don't understand how, in all the provisions, the policies that Donald Trump is proposing, I don't understand how, you remember that I complained that number 19 of his 20 policies is to secure elections. How can secure the elections not be the default state of how is the process in which you elect perhaps the leader of the most powerful country in the world? How does that work? And I simply don't understand. I remember when I asked the question, how is it that possible that in some states you are not required an ID to vote? What is being doing to prevent this? What is being doing to prevent this? This is the question that you should be asking. Yeah, the memes are so funny. The body language is so interesting. What the Biden-Harris administration has been doing is despicable. I already see that there's some orange man bad comments in here in the live chat, because you have no way of justifying what is going on, and now you are against verifying voters' identities. There's something I cannot understand. There's something I cannot understand. Keeping an eye on your comments. I got this one thing. This one last topic that I want to talk about today. There's one topic that I want to talk about today: the pagers. What? Some of you are already worried. I was worried. The The moment that we knew about the story of the exploding pagers, the first thing that we thought is that there's some kind of hacking. Someone had, or some organization or some country had made it possible to just detonate any device with a lithium-ion battery, lithium battery, right? And everybody was worried. So because this is something that we are like, we have in our faces all the time, and it means that someone can hack them. You remember that was this movie, this Bruce Willis movie, Surrogates, in which part of the plot is that people did not leave their houses, but they had these Android avatars in which you were in this in like this special bed at home. You were connected to the avatar, and the robot went outside and interacted in the world in your place, right? So you were perfectly safe at home. But someone hacked the connection so they could overload the connection of you to the robot and kill you remotely. Now that was my first thought. But it so happens that the Mossad, we could say Mossad or Israel. Well, the Israelis in this case, they like hijacked the supply chain. It's like they what is the name? The work is like they intercepted like that point of the supply chain when they were made this pagers. You know that this technology is so old. Why was Hezbollah using this technology? Because it is much harder, if not impossible, to hack by software. Okay, you know that a phone nowadays has all this, has a SIM card, has WhatsApp, has Wi-Fi connections, has so many things, has GPS, has so many things that can be used to pinpoint your location and what you're doing, and all. So they wanted a safer alternative, and a pager was a safer alternative. I think it's impossible to hack as in the software, but they actually intercepted this order of thousands of pagers, and they, is it my understanding, I could be wrong, they replaced the battery with a smaller battery and put some kind of explosive in there, and well, changed the firmware and updated it, and in some way they managed to create a personal bomb, okay, an anti-personal bomb. Now, many of you have asked the question: is this fair? Because of course there were casualties of civilians, of innocent people, and even children that had nothing to do with this. Children should always be off limits, but you have also to remember that well, if you send a missile or a rocket or a bomb, if you drop a bomb on a city, there are going to be civilian casualties, and it's going to be a mess. It's going to be horrible, and we're talking about terrorists in this case. So sadly, there's no easy answer to this. Like, the most important thing is that children of any nationality, of any country, of any place should be safe, should not have to live through this, and should not have to die because of this. Because war, like in this case, can be really dirty. Well, in all cases, this is more surgical than a bomb or a missile. That's we are clear with that, but not perfect. It's never perfect. War cannot be perfect. Maybe at some point, maybe someday, wars will be only drones against drones. Oh, That would be great. The country that makes the most drones and the deadliest drones wins. Sadly, I wish that was the case, but when you study how wars have been fought, even if we have conventions nowadays to fight wars, there's always some prick or group of pricks that are going to, well, I'm going to play this game in my own terms. And sometimes you have to send that kind of people a message, pun intended. And yeah, people have criticized me because I have shared these memes, and I laugh at these exploding pager memes. But again, it's not an easy answer. It's not an easy question to answer. The only thing that is for sure is that children should be off limits, always, from any country. We all wish that was the case, but sadly, there are so many things happening in the world, and sometimes it's not even in war-torn zones. Sometimes it's at school in Western countries, but that is a topic for another video. But you get the idea. It's not something that is easy to talk about, or something that we should talk about. And you can have your own takes, and I can absolutely understand this. But yeah, sometimes you have to, pun intended, send a message. But I would still would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. My body language buddies, let me see your comments. Let me see. I think there was. I think I did not miss anything today. Got some funny comments that I cannot highlight, but thank you. My body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. We will have more body language soon, but you know that these are the things that we need to address. We need to be talking about this. We need to be talking about injustices, manipulation, and the let's say the future of the world. And we are talking about months, if not weeks, until developments happen. And I wish that the future is bright and positive, but challenges there will be aplenty. But the most important thing that we will face them on together. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And until we meet on another video or another live, remember to download my free 100 free body language tips in the description of this video or in my bio. Either of them, you find them, and will be subscribed to my email list as well. The most important words: much love and bless. Take care. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.